Good afternoon and welcome to Arlington High School for today's MIAA state tournament matchup between the visiting Shawsheen Rams and your Arlington Spy Ponders. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of today's contest will advance to the Division II North quarterfinals. As a reminder, today's match is an Arlington High School and MIA-sponsored event. Taunting or berating players, coaches, or officials will not be tolerated. And now for the starting lineups. From Shawsheen Tech, number 7, Jose Cruz. Number 8, Nick Sachetta. Number 9, the captain, Sam Chabuk. Number 10, Kyle Simons. Number 13, the captain, Sean Marshall. Number 15, Matt Pustizzi. Number 17, the captain, Dan Cherwinski. Number 20, Jared Rizzo. Number 21, the goalkeeper, Mike Rapusi. Number 22, Billy Egan. And number 24, Yanni Flaunis. What happened to the light? Can you turn it on? I can't see. And the coaching staff for Shawsheen Tech, head coach Tom Severo in his 4th year. He's assisted by Coach Ed O'Mara and the team manager Matthew Troiosi. And now your Arlington Spy Ponder. Number 10, the sophomore, Sean Connolly. Number 16, the junior, Will Clifford. Number 9, the junior, Elon Sainz Grant. Number 11, the junior, Francesco Valagusa. Number 6, the junior, Tiago Gomes. Number 7, the senior, Griffin Block. Number 20, the senior, Dominic Black. Number 24, senior captain, Max McCursey. Number 23, senior captain, Adrian Black. Number 4, senior captain, Lloyd Cleary. And number 00, the senior goalkeeper, Ben Wasco. Ladies and gentlemen, in his 20th year at the helm for the Arlington Spy Ponders, let's have a big hand for Lance Iozio. And your team manager, Jeff Pacheco. Nicole, do we have the anthem? Huh? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Good luck to both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ken Kohlberg, your sports broadcaster on behalf of Arlington Community Media, Inc. It's a beautiful night for playoff soccer here in Arlington. I'm here with my color commentator, Zach Garrigus. Zach's on Zach. Zach, it's a big matchup tonight. What do you see?
Oh boy, tourney play for the Spy Ponders. I'm excited. It's going to be a big matchup. The Spy Ponders come in at the 6th seed in the tournament, playing the Shawsheen Tech Rams, who come in at the 11th seed. So theoretically, should be a win for the Spy Ponders, but it's why you play the games. Anything could happen here tonight.
Very true, very true. The Shawsheen Tech team, coached by Tom Severo. Interesting, Tom is in his 4th year, but he spent 30 years, Zach, 30 years at the helm on the girls program for the Bill Ricca High School team prior to coming to Shawsheen Tech. Severo has got a 7-7-4 record on the season, and his Shawsheen boys are here to play. They look like a feisty bunch. The Spy Ponders had a spectacular year, Zach. We were privileged to witness several of their games. They finished with 13 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. Good enough, Zachy, to win the Middlesex League, the Middlesex Division.
More than enough to win the Middlesex League. 2 key victories over Lexington. They put away Belmont as well in the midseason, and no one could challenge them at the last couple of games for the top of that table.
Okay, so we're first round of the playoffs. The capacity crowd here at Pierce Field in Arlington. It's a beautiful evening, about 50 degrees, and our producer tonight is Alex Van Thong on behalf of Arlington Community Media, Inc.
Arlington tries to get the ball rolling right off the bat with a long ball in there.
Arlington shoots a long ball in to start the game. The Shawsheen boys are on the hunt. Cleary does a deke. He plays it back. Let's get the starting lineup for Arlington. We got Benny Wasco, the senior, in net. The back line has been solid all year. It's Elon St. Grant on the left. Captain Max McCursey and Captain Adrian Black are the center defenders. And Tiago Gomes is back on the right side. The Arlington midfield is gobbled up by Lloyd Cleary. He's a Christmas turkey, gobbling up the midfield. On his left is Francesco Valaguzza, the scoring machine. Far left over there is Griffin Block, Griffin the magician. And on the right in the midfield is Will Clifford, the big red dog. Here's Cleary, he tries to send it over to Clifford. Up top for the Spy Ponders is the striker, Sean Connolly. He is a sophomore. And there's Connolly on the hunt. He runs it down. It looks like we might have a corner kick. And Arlington is coming out pretty strong, Zachy.
Yeah, they've dominated the possession so far in the game. We'll see if they play it short here. I know Arlington does like to do that, but looks like Shawsheen is wise to that as a man out marking the kick taker. So probably no short corner going to be taken here.
Corner kick taken by Lloyd Cleary. Cleary tries to send it in. Let's see what he's got. He puts it over towards the middle. It goes over to Griffin Block, who gets a head on it. Ball rolls towards the middle. The Shawsheen boys are under siege. And, but they come away with it. And here come the Shawsheen boys.
And here's the counterattack. It's a 3-on-3. Oh, no, but there's the chase there from Griffin to break that up nicely.
Yeah, Nick Sachetta looked to bring it up. Here comes Francesco. Francesco shoots it across, and the ball goes in, and someone got a foot on it. Who was that? Sean Connolly.
Yeah.
Number 10, Shawnee boy, the sophomore.
Definitely making his presence known. I mean, that's a very hard shot to connect on. That ball was coming in very hard from Francesco, and he had to do a jumping volley to try to get anything on that. And I'm surprised he even hit it, but just making his presence known and making the defenders respect those runs because he's showing that he can finish them.
Yeah. Well, I can't see what's going on here. Hold on. There's a ball in the middle. Oh! Almost headed in.
I didn't see you got the first head ball on it, but it was a good ball. It was headed front post, and whoever was on the front post, instead of trying to head it directly in, they knew the goalie was covering that angle, so they decided to flick it on towards the back post. And I think Dominic Black did not make quite the run that the person heading that ball intended, and sadly nothing could connect out of that. But a good thought there by the Ponders.
Another corner.
And here's the short corner I was talking about. So played nicely by the Shawsheen defender. And it's going to be a goal kick. Oh, right over the head of Adrian Black, and it's poked back to Wasco, who's going to take it off the chest. A very technical play for the goalie, and then kick it out of bounds off a Shawsheen defender for a throw-in.
Nice pressure up top for Shawsheen. Yanni Flaunis, number 24. He's one to watch. Francesco with a lot of room. Tries to shoot it across, but it's broken up. Goes back to Griffin Black. Griffin across to Dominic Black. Dominic back to Griffin. Griffin shoots it over to the Ghost. Tiago Gomes, number 6. Plays it in with a nice touch, and there's a shot. First shot of the game. As Connolly made a nice short pass over to Dominic Black. And Dominic put a shot on the ground, but it couldn't quite go through. Arlington with a lot of possession here, although Griffin is dispossessed. Tiago into Connolly, plays it back to Lloyd Cleary. Cleary with his head up, tries to shoot it in, and he does shoot it in deep to Griffin the Magician. Griffin with the outside foot, keeps the ball in play, runs it into the corner, and here comes another Arlington corner kick. Zachy, we don't usually see this many corner kicks.
Yeah, this is already the third one for Arlington. Barely into this game here, and this is they've threatened on their past two. We'll see if they can put it in the back of the net on this one.
We're 5 minutes in. There's a give and go.
Arlington showing us all of their playbook here on the corners. The first one they took in was a long ball. The second one they took was a short one to French, and that one was kind of a mix where they played it out to the top of the box and then immediately back towards the end line for one. I think the original kick taker. So plays of all sorts off the corner for Arlington.
Beautiful evening here in soccer. Oh, look at that close. Who's that kid, Zachy? Number 8.
Lon Saints Grant.
No, Nick Sachetta was putting the pressure on.
Oh, for the Rams.
Shawsheen, the Rams. Sachetta. All right, well, we're about 6 minutes in, Zachy. It's been all Arlington so far. Here comes Shawnee Connolly. He tries to play it over, but it rolls a little bit too far. He was looking for McCursey. McCursey was looking to make a run from the deep backfield there, Zachy.
Yeah, I mean, best defense is a good offense, and McCursey can put one in the back of the net. That's one less he has to worry about keeping out of his own net.
I'm not sure you have that quote correctly there, Zachy, but you're a project. Zachy's a project.
I'll mix and match him.
Delightful night here. I'm here with Zach Garrigus, the soccer sage, our color commentator. Zach's on sax, the Zach master. Came up with a new one for you, Zachy. Zach and Wheezy. Can you tell me for 10 points who Zach and Wheezy are?
I cannot, no.
Anybody know Zach and Wheezy around here? That's a great trivia, children's trivia. No, guys, Zach and Wheezy are the principal characters in the cartoon Dragon Tales. You don't remember Dragon Tales?
I do remember Dragon Tales a little bit. And I
Zach?
haven't really learned the names of the main characters.
Zach and Wheezy were the main characters. In fact, my favorite character in Dragon Tales was the school teacher for 10 points. Does anyone know the school teacher's name? Alex, you know it? Ketzel. Ketzel was the teacher. All right, so here comes Arlington. They've still got the ball. There's a nice fake there by Francesco, but he's broken up. And the Rams try to keep it in, but they cannot. So Arlington is threatening here in the first half. McCursey keeps the ball in. He's taken down, but he's up.
It's one of the few times you'll ever see Max McCursey get taken down in a soccer field.
Yeah. Tiago takes some time, plays it over to Clifford. The big red dog pops it up into the air, chops it across to Dominic Black. He plays it over to Clairvoyant. Lloyd Cleary sends it back over to, goes back over to McCursey. McCursey takes a shot, but it's blocked nicely. Ball rolls into the corner. Cleary takes a nice touch over to Clifford. Clifford tries to send it in, and it is broken up. So the Shawsheen boys, Shawsheen boys are here to play. No doubt. Athletic-looking group of kids. Zach, no?
Yeah, they definitely look the part of a tourney-eligible soccer team.
Yeah, they're a playoff team. Here comes Connolly. He tries to do the dipsy doodle, but he can't. Clifford takes a touch, sends it over to Francesco. Francesco to Cleary. Cleary over to Dominic Black. Dominic into Francesco. Francesco takes a touch, goes by one man, tries to take a shot. He's broken up, goes back to Cleary. Cleary's got time. He sends it over to the Ghost. Tiago Gomes tries to dump it in, and he does. But the Shawsheen boys are there first.
So it looks like as here's a rush for the Rams.
Yanni Flaunis. He's a guy to watch, number 24.
As their McCursey makes quite the run over. And hey, we'll count that as the first shot on goal for the Rams.
Yeah,
kind of a dribbler in for 30 yards. But
yeah, Captain Dan Cherwinski took a nice poke at it there. Neither team's gone to the bench yet. We're 10 minutes in. It's playoff soccer. There's electricity in the air here at Pierce Field in Arlington. Sellout crowd. Spy Ponders and Middlesex champs. As Clifford takes it deep into the corner. Tries to cross it and does. But it's snared, Zachy, by the goalkeeper, Mike Rapusi.
So as we know, the Spy Ponders have quite a deadly attack, and it looks like what the Rams are doing to kind of try to counter that is every time Arlington gets possession through the midfield and up into the attacking third of the field, the Rams bring back all of their midfielders. So they usually have about 8 men in the box marking Arlington players, marking free space, putting 2 in front of the man with the ball. And it's really just kind of stifling the Arlington attack so far. They've had a hard time finding those touch passes which they like to attack with. And Shawsheen's just kind of clogging up the middle, and Arlington doesn't really have an answer for that yet.
No, they'll have to figure it out. Not an atypical situation when your team is the underdog, and you got to pack it in on defense and hope to keep the score nice and low. Here's Francesco. He sends it in to Tiago, and it's a goal for Tiago Gomes from Francesco Valagusa. The Ghost, the Galloping Ghost. Arlington goal number 6, Tiago Gomes from number 11, Francesco Valagusa. So that's, I think, the first goal of the season, Zachy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that might be the first goal of the season for Tiago.
I mean, he picked a heck of a time to put his first one in, giving Arlington 1-0 lead in their first tourney game of the season. And I mean, I personally, when that shot was taken, I didn't think it was going in. It looks like the goalie had a good read on it, but it looks like Tiago put some spin on it, and it kind of curved off towards the end. It hit the goalie in one of his hands and just kind of deflected into the back of the net.
Yeah, Zachy, no doubt. Tiago put a lot of mustard on that shot, and on a cold night, that just ball sailed right through. Tiago Gomes has been outstanding the whole season long, Zachy. He is one of these special players. They call him the Ghost. He appears in the open space at the correct time and at the correct place every time. He's an apparition. He's a banshee. Cleary fakes it, and there's a shot for
I thought that was in.
Francesco. Yeah, no, he just missed it. It was a grass cutter, but it was just wide.
I was going to say, if Arlington could put another one in a mere minute after they had scored their first goal, that definitely would have been a hard deficit for the Rams to overcome mentally and just in terms of overall winning the game.
Well, the Rams are in a hornet's nest here, Zachy. I don't. I'll have to look at the list, but did we lose a game at home this year? Yeah, we lost the Boston Latin game at home.
We lost non-conference game at home.
Yeah, one loss non-conference game. The only loss of the season was at home against Boston Latin, and Francesco was out that game, if I recall. So, but yeah, we've had very good success here this season in Arlington at Pierce Field. And you're right. When you go up if they get the next goal, the Shawsheen boys are going to have quite an uphill battle for the balance of the
Speaking
contest.
of Francesco being out, the Ponders had quite a scare in practice the other day. He dislocated his shoulder during practice during one of the scrimmages, and luckily the trainer was on hand there to pop it back into him, and he's obviously fit to play tonight. But definitely scary practice for the Ponders, thinking they may have lost their star center midi going into the playoffs.
Yeah, he's been their leading scorer too, I'm sure. Ponder's moving the ball beautifully. There's Griffin, the magician, hunting it down on the left side. Griffin block number 7. Dipsy doodle for Griffin. Another dipsy for him. Looking for somebody to pop open. There's the Ghost. I'd shoot it across to the Ghost. Cleary listens to me, and he gets it over to the Ghost. Here's Tiago. He sends it into Dominic. Dominic's got time. He's got space. He sends it into Clifford, but he's broken up, and the Shawsheen boys can do nothing but clear the ball. McCursey has Wasco on the side. He plays it over to Wasco. Number 20, Jared Rizzo on the hunt for Shawsheen. Tiago takes a touch. A little softy, though, and he's broken up. Put a little bit of mustard on that one, Tiago. There's a long ball in, and Wasco is there with the sticky fingers. He rolls it out to Adrian Black. Adrian's in the other direction, sending it up the other way. And so here come the Arlington boys on the counter. It goes over to Griffin. Griffin's got some time. He plays it into Francesco. Francesco takes a shot, and it's a hard one, but it's gobbled up by the goalkeeper, Mike Rapusi. Rapusi, number 21, good-looking athlete. Sends it down, though. It's intercepted by Clifford. Clifford's got some time and some space. Dominic can't keep it in.
Miscommunication there by the Arlington players on the sideline.
We're down to about the 15-minute mark into the game, 15 minutes in. And it's been all Arlington so far. The boys are distributing it nicely. There's Lloyd Cleary. He sends it across to Elon St. Grant, his first touch of the game. Sends it back to Cleary. Cleary does a dipsy do. Look at Cleary go. He's got the hand up. Who does he see? He sees Dominic Black, number 20. Dominic's got some time. He tries to play it back over to Cleary. He's broken up. But he wins it back. He sends it over to Tiago Gomes. Gomes has got time. He plays it over to Cleary. Cleary's got a little bit of time in his space. He plays it square to Elon. Elon's in the open space. Takes it in, and Elon's going to have it, and he takes a shot, and he scores! Elon St. Grant from Lloyd Cleary. I think Cleary gets an assist on that one, Zachy. What do you think?
Added to his tally for the season.
Yeah. Arlington goal number 9, Elon St. Grant. From number 4, Lloyd Cleary. So Arlington's up 2-0, Zachy. We might see some of the new players come in tonight. This one, the Shawsheen boys have got to put a point on the board pretty soon, or they're going to be really under fire.
Yeah, so Arlington's making me look a little bit foolish. Remember I said early in the game how Arlington hasn't quite found a solution to that packet-in defense from the Rams. Well, they found a solution to it. It's just take outside shots with your wide backs and just overpower the keeper.
Yeah, well, that was a tough one on the keeper. He got a hand on it, but St. Grant did get some mustard on it. He had the shot. He took it from about the 25, and you know, Zachy, he ripped it.
Yeah, to use a hockey term, I think he got it 5-hole on him. So
yeah,
obviously,
Shawnee Connolly is broken up nicely by number 22, Billy Egan, Shawsheen defender.
Is that St. Grant's first goal of the year as well?
Oh, I think it probably is. Here's Francesco, tries to go through the whole crowd. He's broken up. And I'll tell you something. Oh, look at Cleary come out of nowhere and close down that space. Oh, my goodness. He is. Oh, that's pushed by Francesco. And then, the Arlington boys are just call off the Sharks. My goodness, they're circling the wagon, Zachy.
This is impressive to watch. That sequence of events with Cleary and Francesco on the sideline. There was 4 Rams defenders to 2 Arlington attackers, and at the end of it, Francesco was through all of them with the ball.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Cleary came out of nowhere to just take that ball away. The Arlington boys are all filed up. And there is Dominic Black. Oh, another shows that.
That was Griffin.
Griffin took a rip. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The Shawsheen Rams are under siege.
That's the second corner Arlington's gotten ahead on, and dangerous for the goalie there.
It's a timeout for the Shawsheen. The Shawsheen redemption.
I think I saw it signaled for by the goalie there. I'm sure he wants a minute to clear his head, settle down, and possibly reorganize the defenders in front of them, as Arlington's getting a lot of pressure and a lot of chances on here.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Zach, you mentioned it earlier before we started the broadcast, but Yazio has loaded up the roster for the playoffs. He's brought up some of the kids from the JVs, and he's got some big bullets in the gun. I heard he brought up Michael Britt, the Swiss double cheese man who's coming up. He's on the bench. He's got Noah Sweeter, the California Beach Boy. He's coming up on the bench. I think he brought up Lukey Ryan.
Yep.
And Lukey's here on the bench, coming up from the JV. I don't know who else got called up.
I think last one's Dennis Rosner.
Oh, Denny Roz. We'll talk about Denny Roz later tonight. Dennis Rosner is a very famous dodgeball player. He's one of the top dodgeball players in Massachusetts, and fortunately, he also plays other sports. We have him for soccer, but you should see Denny Roz play dodgeball. So those are the 4 pull-ups from JV? Okay.
I used to play with Dennis in a freshman team and JV, and even all the way back to 8th grade. And he would do a move that he did it so much during games, I eventually started calling it the Rosner after him, because he'd do it in practice, he'd do it in games, and every time it seemed to come away with the ball. It's an incredible move. I hope he comes out here tonight so I can call it and explain the move to everyone. But
well, we're going to hope to see Denny Roz tonight, no doubt. But no substitutions yet for either team.
Yazio did not show us much of the bench during the regular season, basically running through a rotation. He had Perry Sofa Shift come in, take out one of the attacking players. He'd have Nick Corrales come in, take out one of the defending players or a wide midi, and then he'd kind of cycle them all back in. Maybe if the Ponders are up a bunch, we'd see Roman McGuire or Emmett Foster, but that was kind of the extent of the substitutions for the Ponders this year.
Well, it looks like 2 gentlemen for the Spy Ponders are entering the midfield. It looks like it's going to be number 1, Perry Sofa Shift. I know you call him Shift, and it's because he's shifty. Oh, Tiago got stripped. A rare occasion.
But nothing will come of it.
But McCursey covers, and there's the first ball into the middle. Connolly tries to come away with a win. You know, Zachy, 2-0 is the most dangerous score in soccer, and it's only 2-0. So I don't think Yazio's got anything in the bag yet. But it is coming down to the 20-minute mark. It looks like he's going to go with his first substitutions, 2 sophomores. It looks like it's going to be Declan Dolan. The fans love Dolan. He's a fan favorite. We'll talk about him in a moment. He was a very, very outstanding Irish step dancer when he was younger. And we'll talk about how his career as an Irish step dancer developed over the years. Interesting story about Dolan. And then, as you mentioned, Perry Sofa Sheft is going to be coming in with Dolan.
I'll be interested to see Dolan here. We didn't get to look at him a ton during the regular season, but playing with him in the past, I know he's an excellent player and very versatile as well. He can play many positions on the soccer field, so we'll see what they decide to put him in at.
Yeah.
You know, this is the other result of the strategy that I was talking about, where if you pack it in on the defensive end, you wind up sending your 2 strikers against an entire Arlington backfield of 4 to 6 players, and just how good the Arlington backline is, they're realistically not going to get a ton of scoring chances out of that.
Yeah.
When you're already down 2-0, maybe it's time to throw up the playbook, drop a new one that actually puts more of your players up the field and in a goal-scoring position.
Right. All right, well, I'm correct. The 2 substitutions, we got to get the numbers for Shawsheen, who's coming in, Zachy, if you can help me with that. But the Arlington substitutions are Declan Dolan and Perry Perry Sofa Chef. Can we get the
Let's see. We've got number... well, they're not turning around yet,
No?
so... Number 6.
Okay, and who else?
And there's one on the far side of the field as well that I can't quite see. It looks like he took out the right back position. Or maybe right midfield. He's one with the ball now. Just took the header.
Who? The blonde kid or the other?
Over by Perry and Alon now on the far side of that field, I think is the player that just entered.
Okay, on the far side?
Yeah. 20-something maybe? I can't tell. The Rams jerseys are
Hard to read.
black with purple numbering, and
Right.
it is not easy during a night game to make out the numbers on the front.
Ram substitution number 6, Cam Corsino. Who was the other substitution? Anyone know?
And it's him. He just ran out of bounds. Number... Is that 18? Was 18 a starter? They don't have an 18. Well, it's not number 18.
Who scored? Who scored?
Ball gets buried as we're with our heads in the roster, as
Who
it
scored?
looks like number 11, Francesco Valagusa, put that one in.
Arlington goal number 11, Francesco Valagusa. Arlington substitutions, number 1, Perry Sofa Chef, and number 14, Declan Dolan.
So it looks like Dolan took out Connolly at striker.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if he was directly responsible for the goal. Both you and I had our heads buried in the roster trying to find the number of the second Shawsheen player that came in.
Yeah.
But
So the situation with Dolan I mentioned earlier, Dolan is I think on record in Massachusetts, he's the only kid to have gotten a penalty in Irish step dancing.
that's hard to do.
It's very, very hard to do. I guess he just cracked some kid from the North Shore. He didn't realize that there is no checking in Irish step, and he had a problem later in the season. I think he got kicked out of the league, and that's at least some rumors have it that's what made him switch to hockey, and he does hockey. Oh, here comes Sofa Chef, but he's broken up, and Elon tries to take it in. And the Shawsheen boys clear.
So the score of the game before us, the girls' varsity game, I believe was 4-0.
Yeah.
We'll see if the boys can top that.
Dominic is,
Both teams, the girls and the boys, are looking incredibly dominant in their home field.
yeah. Cleary plays it, tries to pop it into Dolan, but Dolan isn't there. Goes back to McCursey. McCursey takes a touch to himself beautifully. Takes it up the middle. The ghost is there, but he elects to go deep. Sends it in. It's broken up. Dolan lets it roll. It goes over to Francesco. Francesco is stripped. Ball goes deep, beautifully chested by McCursey. McCursey plays it into Francesco. Back to McCursey. Maxie the taxi. He rides in a taxi. He's broken up. He gets away with the backward handball. And Dolan is knocked down. Dolan didn't like it. Tried to get the call.
Oh,
And
bodies
there's
fly.
And the bodies are flying. Dominic tried to get the call there, but he could not.
Now looks like the call's going to go the other way.
Yeah. Hard to make out the Shawsheen team players' numbers, Zachy, so we're just going to have to do the best we can here. It's a dark night. Cleary meets the first ball beautifully. Dolan plays a head ball back to Francesco, plays it off beautifully off his thigh. Nice technical player, does a dipsy doodle. And here comes Francesco. Dolan with a nice run off the ball. He goes wide to Sofa Chef. Sofa Chef is dispossessed, kicked out of bounds by Shawsheen, and it's going to be an Arlington throw, and it's taken by Dolan. Dolan can throw the ball a country mile. And he has been the person who has been taking a lot of the throw-ins down the stretch here in the playoff run. Dolan chucks it in. He's looking for Cleary. It's met by Shawsheen. And here comes the Shawsheen. But St. Grant is back.
Showing the wheels.
Yeah, he's fired up. Cleary makes a nice interception. Sends it across over to Dominic Black. Dominic does a twist. A nice, beautiful pass to himself, and Dominic pops it in to Francesco, back to Dominic. Dominic takes a touch. He's broken up. Francesco wins it back. Adrian, beautiful soft pass over to Cleary. Cleary takes a left-footed dump in to Dominic. Dominic's got some space, and he looked like he got buried in the box there, Zachy, but he did not get the call.
Did not get the call. That is unfortunate, but when you're up 3-0, you can't really be expecting to get too many calls.
No, you're not going to get a lot of breaks.
A couple more subs come in here for the Rams.
Let's see if we can get some numbers for the Rams. Who's this one here? What do you got, Zachy? Help me out. Oh, we should be able to get
number 24 coming in, and number 16, I think. 13.
Is it 13?
Yeah, number 13.
Shawsheen substitutions, number 13, Sean Marshall. And number 24, Yanni Flaunis re-enters the game.
Marshall immediately making his presence known as he takes out Griffin on the near side.
Marshall comes in maybe to do some enforcing. He looks like an enforcer.
Dolan will give him a run for his money in any enforcing battle.
We'll put him up there against Dolan. I like that idea.
Dolan is not shy about sticking up for his teammates.
No, it looks like we got another substitution coming in. It could be Cato. Who's that on the sideline over there? If it's Katowski, the fans will go wild.
I don't think Cato dressed tonight. I think he's out with he's got a nagging leg injury that's been with him. I think for most of the season. It's been flaring up again. He came into the box earlier and he was not wearing a jersey. He was wearing
that's
a
right.
tie and
Who's
tie
this?
And slacks.
Who is it? Is it Emmett Foster? No, who is it?
Is it? I think it is Emmett Foster. He's taking out Griffin. Yeah, it's Emmett Foster. Number 3.
Arlington substitution, number 3, Emmett Foster.
There goes Dolan off after Shawsheen defender, like a man possessed.
Where's Dolan? Is he out there?
Yep, he is.
He's hungry. He's playing striker. Yeah.
He's looking for a ball in.
Oh, Sofa Chef with a beautiful pass.
Oh.
And as Shawsheen is a Shawsheen foul, it's going to be a direct. Saints Grant was taken down. Yeah, Zachy, I'm surprised you didn't do better on the Dragon Tales trivia. I mean, that's just not like you, Zach. I mean, that was a great show, by the way. Remember the theme to Dragon Tales? Can anyone sing it?
I do
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales, let's all go to Dragon. It's a great song, Zach. You should know that.
Used up all my trivia points last time with the Zachary Taylor questions.
Well, you did well on those Zachary Taylor questions, Zach. You got about 60% of them right. Oh, there's a ball in. McCarcy. Oh, Maxey got a foot on it. Cleary sends it back into Dominic. Dominic sends it back to the Ghost. The Ghost shoots it into East Arlington.
Yep. Yeah, off Max McCarcy got the head on it to knock it down, but couldn't find a follow-up touch to put it by the goalie.
Right. That's right. So the back line has stayed the same in the first 27 minutes of the half. We're down to about a little over a dozen minutes, Zachy. It's been all Arlington. I mean, literally all Arlington.
Yep.
I haven't seen the ball inside our 50 yet. Benny Wasco is taking a nap back there. That's all right. Wasco's resting up for hoop season. There's Cleary. He plays it square over to Saints Grant. Saints Grant takes a nice touch into space. What does he see? He sees Francesco, but Francesco can't get there. Saints Grant runs back. He's buried into the bench nicely. Oh, there's a nice feisty Shawsheen player who's putting. Oh, but he's taken down by Cleary. There's a little bit of retribution. Who's that kid over there? Hard to see. Hard to make out the numbers here. Sofa Chef digging into the corner. What does he see? What does he got? He's got 2 men on him, but he pops it to himself in the middle. And Sofa Chef, can he win the corner? No, he's dispossessed. Sorry about that, Perry, but you got the throw in. How to stay with the ball. Sofa Chef, a member of Dolan's Eagles. There's plenty of them out here tonight. 2 call-ups, by the way, from the JV team of former Dolan Eagles. Michael Britt, brother of Allie Britt and Megan Britt. two top Arlington athletes. And then, so he was a Dolan Eagle. Lukey Ryan was a Dolan. Oh, there's a ball in, and it is, oh, beautiful corner kick. The Arlington Spy Ponders are threatening.
Good job clearing it off the back line, though, there by the Shawsheen defender. Took what was a dangerous ball going to the back post and just poked it out harmlessly to the edge of the box.
Yeah, smart play there by Adrian. Sends it over to Elon. Elon tries to play it short and does get away with it to Cleary. Beautiful turn there by Lloyd Cleary. Cleary gobbling up the middle. He's taken down from behind. And
when I say you're not don't expect to get many calls as Arlington, they will still call the blatant fouls.
Oh yeah, they'll call the blatant ones. But you're right, Zachy. At a 3-0 game when you're on the road, I mean, when you're at home, you're not going to get any breaks.
No. Max McCursey's going to look for the long ball into Dolan with a turnaround shot.
Oh, Dolan with a drive. But a nice save there by the Shawsheen goalkeeper, Mike Rapusi. Rapusi takes a punt, gets it out to about the 40, and Sofasheft is there. He does a sombrero. Look at Sofasheft. Did you see that? He sombreroed the kid. He played it right over his head.
That's series of. He took a great touch to trap it off the punt, and then went right over another kid and just.
Oh, look at Francesco.
Arlington might be showing off a little bit now.
They got some magicians. We're down with 10 minutes left. Francesco tries to shoot it across to Dominic Black. Dominic gets a head on it. He plays it over to Foster. Foster showing some technical ability there. Foster, a lacrosse player, and Foster gets called for the foul there. He's playing a little bit of football. Foster can be chippy. Son of Jimmy Foster, hoop player. Chris Foster, also a beast. Oh,
Dolan nearly gets a piece of that, but
yeah, big kick.
Francesco feels it before it gets into any danger.
Nice hard kick by number 9, Sam Chabuk. Ball runs into the middle and kicked into a sea of white. And so the Arlington boys.
That's not what you want to be doing with your Shawsheen Tech. You're down 3 goals. You got to work some possession. You can't just be kicking it into the Arlington defense and hoping, oh well, maybe they'll screw up this one time and we can get a lucky goal.
Not likely to happen.
Not likely to happen. It would have to happen 3 more times for you to even tie the game. So.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Zachy. I think you're absolutely right. Looks like we got an Arlington substitution. Someone warming up there. It's another one of Dolan's Eagles, number 21, Nirvan Patel-Massini. I saw him getting the cobwebs out of his legs. Zachy, I was at the game earlier today doing the broadcast, and Nirvan Patel-Massini has a younger sister named Maya Patel-Massini, and Maya was outstanding in the 4-0 win that you referenced a moment ago. The Arlington girls advanced earlier today, Zachy. They're going to be in a Hornets' Nest on Monday playing against Masconomet at Masconomet. They're the number 1 seed. So the Arlington girls are really going to have to rally on Monday, but they got the nice win tonight. Anyway, it looks like Patel-Massini might be coming in. And his sister, Maya, was outstanding today in the backfield. She didn't get a break the whole game, and she was really something. She's a freshman at Arlington High School. Nirvan is a sophomore. The Patel-Massini kids are the children. Here comes Nirvan on the sideline. Nirvan Patel-Massini approaches the sideline. He's going to be coming in. He's the son of H.P. Patel-Massini and the famous Milagros Massini. Oh, St. Grant had another shot, but that one was blocked quickly. McCursey with a beautiful fake.
Might be getting a little cockier off that play. Both Max McCursey and Adrian Black were pushed up all the way to like the 40-yard line, just incredibly pinched in. I mean, they obviously have confidence in their ability to get back if the ball goes over their heads, but not often you see the defenders pinched up past the 50.
Right.
And here they are again, although it is a free kick situation, so it's a bit different.
It's going to be taken by Max McCursey, senior captain, Maxie the taxi dog. McCursey tries to chip it in and does beautifully to Sofasheft. Sofasheft, oh no, is it Sofasheft? Yeah, Sofasheft. Dipsy doodle for Sofasheft. Tries to play it through to himself, but look at Sofasheft. He's still on the hunt. It's won by Arlington. Shawsheen can't seem to get it out. Nice play by Elon, St. Grant. Tries to dump it in. Goes over to Emmett Foster over to Francesco. Francesco with a drive and a save, a beautiful save. Oh, what a save. Shawsheen save, number 21, Mike Rapusi. Rapusi robbed Francesco. And here comes Nirvan Patel Massini. An exciting moment for Arlington as another one of the Dolan boys comes in. Number 21, Arlington substitution, number 21, Nirvan Patel Massini. All right, so Nervy's in the game with 6.5 minutes left. Dolan and Passini and Nirvan have been playing together since third grade.
Oh, Dolan
Dolan's
gets taken out. Does not get the. Oh, and there's
he's going
the return.
toe-to-toe with that kid. And that kid, Dolan's got, look at them, they're banging at each other. Dolan and number 22, and they're going to, I bet the ref's going to toss them both up. Billy Egan is not going to back down. Number 22, Billy Egan. What year is Egan? Let's see. Billy Egan is a senior, and Dolan is a sophomore, and there's tension brewing between those two gentlemen. Egan also.
Last thing the Ponders want, either team wants, is a yellow card or a red card. It's in the tournament, and especially a red card. Ponders may have the game in hand now, but playing one man down definitely makes it harder.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything in hand right now, Zach.
No.
It's 3-0. It's another goal would give them a nice cushion, but 3 is not insurmountable, particularly in the first half.
Again, we'll see if they can top the girls' score of 4-0 in the last game.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's friendly rivalry amongst the members of both teams.
Ball goes square. Here comes the ball inside the Arlington 50 for the first time, but Arlington quickly gets it out. Sofa Chef back to Adrian. Adrian, very calm and collect. He plays it over to Cleary. Cleary plays it through the legs. Tobin Heath sends it over to Foster. Foster with a drive. What a save, and another nice save. So Rapuzzi has rallied in this latter half of the first half, and the Shawsheen boys are hanging on. They're down 3-0. First ball for Adrian. Second ball goes over to Shawsheen. Back to Tiago. Tiago plays it to Lloyd. Lloyd calms it down. He sends it over to. Oh, Francesco's back in? Oh, no. Yeah, no, it's Patel Massini. Patel Massini, number 21, sends it over to Lloyd. He hits the Ghost. Ghost takes a touch. He's got plenty of time. He sends it into Patel Massini. Patel Massini with a feathery soft foot sends it back to McCursey. McCursey tries to chip it in deep. He can't find Dolan. Egan is there with a nice D. Here's the Ghost. Tiago sends it in. Dolan tries to get ahead on it. Sofa Chef with a drive, and he shot it wide.
He nearly turned nothing into something there. That was not a great angle to be having a shot at, and he made the most of it and nearly put it by the shoulder of the keeper.
Sofa Chef is a nasty boy. He's also a terrific dancer. He does hip-hop. I don't know if he's still doing hip-hop. He was not into Irish step. Also speaks fluent Greek. Plays the electric violin. And he's also a synchronized swimmer.
Wow, the full complement.
Yeah, yeah. Tremendous multi-sport athlete. Very talented young man. All right, so Arlington looking to get a little bit of possession here. Gomes is in the space. He sends it into Adrian Black. Adrian sends it in beautifully to Foster. Foster, looks like Foster.
Yep, it's going to get off Foster. They're going to call that a goal kick.
Oh. So we're down to about the 3-minute mark. The first period is winding down, Zachy. It's been all Arlington this half. They drew the home game. They're the higher seed. And
well, they have to play the 3 seed if they win this one, I think. If my bracket I drew up on a napkin during dinner tonight plays out correctly.
I think that might be right. Where are the announcements? I had the announcements. Hey, can you see if there's a piece of paper over there with the announcements? Thanks so much. No? Oops, sorry, Zach.
Throw in here, going to be.
Thanks so much.
The only correction is the volleyball game is at 6.
Oh, it's 6? Okay, thanks. Okay.
Clock is winding down to 2 minutes. We're nearing stoppage time. As the Ponders play a bit of possession. Ball comes now to Adrian. Crossing the 40, looking for players.
Arlington just playing the rope-a-dope here.
Back to
Looking
McCursey.
maybe slowing it down just a little bit. Holding on to the ball.
Oh,
So for Chef taken down in the box.
he
but you're
did
not
say
gonna
he
get
does
those
swimming.
calls.
That was a perfect
not-
example of the starting dive.
Egan is feisty. It
Oh.
looks like Egan got called for the hit in the box. Nope, maybe not.
Nope, they're going to call it the other way.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to Shawsheen.
It's going to be taken by, is that number 7, Jose Cruz? Cruz playing some nice defense back there tonight. He's under siege. Ball shot deep. We're into stoppage time.
It is worth bringing up that Shawsheen Tech is not directly affiliated with any one town. They are based in Billerica, but they have kids from Billerica, Tewksbury, Wilmington, and those are the only 3 towns on the roster. But
Oh, you said Burlington?
yeah,
Burlington?
Gavin Pickett, number 16. I don't think we've seen him tonight, but
Oh, no, they got a bunch of Burlington kids there.
yeah.
Pestuzzi is Burlington, and then Dan Archibald, Burlington. Cam
But,
Corsino. Yeah,
They recruit from all over.
yeah. Nice looking club. 3-0. We're in stoppage time in the first half. It's been an all Arlington half. Oh, is that Zeus? Did Zeus come in? No. Yeah, it's number 19.
I didn't see him come
I
in.
didn't see him come in. But he's in.
Yeah.
Who did he come in for, do you know?
Did he take Will Clifford out, maybe? Would usually.
Arlington substitution, number 19, Nick Corrales. Yeah, Corrales is in. So he must have gone in for Clifford. That's a good call by you, Zachy. Corrales in the game. Here comes a corner kick for Cleary. He sends it beautifully up nice and high. This is McCursey. He tried to get ahead on it. And Patel Massini.
And that's going to be the half.
And that's the half. Ladies and gentlemen, halftime, please visit our concession stand. Fresh refreshments. Could be some pizza left over.
$103 on the 50-50.
Are we going to call it now?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our 50-50 raffle. We're going to call the number right now.
Pick it.
It's going to be picked by Mr. Garrigus. Zach's on sax. Our winner of tonight's 50-50 raffle. Take out your tickets. It's a big kitty tonight. 6, 7, 1, 5, 7, 6, 4. Our 50-50 raffle winner tonight, the winning number is 6, 7, 1, 5, 7, 6, 4. All right, from Arlington Community Media, Inc., we're going to take a break now. We're going to go off.
See, miss.
All right, I am back with the soccer sage, Zach Master. Zach's on sax. We are here for the second half action, Zachy. It was all Arlington in the first half. Zach, what'd you see?
Yeah, as you said, it was all Arlington. 3 goals on the board, 1 from Francesco Valagusa, the other 2 from the wide backs for Arlington, Tiago Gomes and Lon Sands Grant. Arlington dominated possession. They had the ball for most of the first half and really just looked like the stronger team here.
All right, so Zach, I guess the two questions are, what is Shawsheen going to have to do to get back into this game? I'll ask you that one first.
First thing Shawsheen's going to have to do to get back into this game is just regain possession. Right now, they just seem to never have the ball. Arlington's completely controlling it, and to score goals, you have to have the ball in your possession first, and Shawsheen has been struggling with that for most of the game. So they need to string some passes together, get through the midfield, get into the attacking third, and just put a couple of shots on Wasco, because one of them might go in. Wasco might make a mistake. Doesn't usually happen, but there's always that one time.
Yeah, and what needs to happen for Arlington here to really cement this victory? I mean, 3-0's a nice cushion.
I mean, one more goal would be nice. Put as many on the scoreboard as you can, and
Right.
just keep maintaining that possession. As it goes both ways. Shawsheen can't score if they don't have the ball, so even if you're not actively threatening, it's just every second you have the ball is a second Shawsheen can't score.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I'd agree. I think if Shawsheen's going to get back in this one, they got to possess and they got to score early. And if Arlington is going to cement the victory, they've got to keep control of the ball. And you're right, another insurance goal would be beautiful. Cleary sends in a corner kick to Maxie can't get there. It rolls back to the Ghost. The Ghost has got he lets it roll out of bounds, and it goes out off Shawsheen. Tiago sends it into Francesco, but Francesco doing a jug. Look at Francesco. The kid's a magician. He must work on that in his bedroom. All right, he sends it into Connolly. Connolly's stripped, and Shawsheen clears. Nice night for soccer, Zachy. A little chilly.
But I'm sure the players love it. It means they don't get overheated at all, and they have less problems with getting dehydrated because it's colder night, so they're not sweating as much. But here comes Francesco dribbling in through the midfield. Attempts an outside of the foot cross into the middle. Corralled nicely, though, by Dominic Black, and then over to Alon St. Grant. And the ball's played out by Shawsheen for an Arlington throw-in. Ball won nicely there by Griffin. Played eventually back to Adrian Black, who's going to send it over to Tiago Gomes on the far side.
And who's that Shawsheen player on the hunt? Oh, that's Sean Marshall. Marshall putting some good pressure up top for Shawsheen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful
Nearly
evening.
got by Francesco for that move.
Beautiful evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway in the second half. I'm Ken Kohlberg, your broadcaster for Arlington Community Media, Inc. Our cameraman tonight for ACMi is Max DeLuca. And our producer tonight is Alex Van Thong. I don't know where K-Wet is. K-Wetmore, he's absent tonight.
I hear he's trying out for WWE.
He might be. He might be. I know he does mixed martial arts. And so I think he is a man of all seasons. All right, here comes Shawsheen into a sea of white. Tiago's over there. He says no. Tiago picks it up, but it's not going to be his ball. It's going to be a Shawsheen throw-in. Nice try there, Tiago. You didn't fake anybody out.
Look for Kevin Wetmore in pay-per-views near you.
Yeah. Wetmore's the international man of mystery. We don't know really where he is. He shows up, but interesting character. Yeah, the ACMi has some interesting employees. They got James Milan, and hard to really say what he does. All right, here we go. Griffin the magician takes a touch. He's doing a little bit of a nice little fake by Griffin. He goes 1-on-3. Here goes Griffin. He weaves through a gossamer web of black jerseys. He sends it over to Clifford, but Clifford can't control it. It goes back to Dominic Black. Dominic Black plays it over to the Ghost. The Ghost takes the touch. He's got Cleary, but he elects to go the other way. He tries to send it in deep, blocked by Shawsheen, but it rolls over to Cleary. McCursey's got time. He pokes it, tries to poke it in. Oh, it's met beautifully. Very nice defensive play by number 7, Jose Cruz, but Cruz kicked it out of bounds. Cruz a nice-looking player. He's got a lot of talent. Francesco tries to do the dipsy doodle, and he's stuffed up there. Someone said no to Francesco, but Francesco picks it up. He throws it in. He throws it over towards the middle to Lloyd Cleary. Cleary's got time and space. He sends it over to the Banshee. Galloping Ghost. Tiago Gomes. Gomes tries to send it in deep to Clifford. Clifford can't get there. And it's been a sleepy second half so far,
Yep,
Zachy.
sleepy is what Arlington wants.
Yeah. Oh, there's a ball in. Zachy, there's rumor tonight that you got to make it over to the high school for the play tonight.
I do. The Crucible put on by the high schoolers. Been working hard on that play. Haven't stopped talking about it for the past week. Urging me every turn they got. Come buy a ticket, and eventually I gave in and I bought a ticket.
Attaboy, Zachy. Now, Zachy, let me give you a little trivia. So who wrote The Crucible, first of all, for 10 points? That should be easy.
I don't know. So I know that some classes are reading it this year for English, and my class is not one of those. We have not read it, so I know little to nothing about The Crucible going into it.
Oh, I think it's Arthur Miller, but I'm not 100% certain.
That sounds right. That does sound right.
And then if that's right, then I'll give you this trivia question, Zachy. What's Arthur Miller's most famous play?
Theater is not my strong suit.
Zachy.
I do not know this one either.
All right, I think it's Death of a Salesman, if I'm not mistaken, Zachy. the Willie Loman story. Zachy, we got to educate you. I mean, you're a tremendous color commentator, but in terms of your, first of all, you missed the Dragon Tales question, which was a gimme, Zachy. That's your era.
Dragon Tales, the Crucible. I'm 0 for 2.
You're 0 for 2, so we're going to have to educate the Zach Master, but he does know soccer. He's the soccer sage, and we're here in Arlington, and we're having quite a time tonight as it looks like the Arlington boys are going to be able to advance to the next round of the Division II playoffs, Zachy. It looks like they got this one in hand because I'm telling you right now, I'm not seeing much offense from the Shawsheen. Check. Oh, there's a shot and a save. Oh, there's the first test of the game. I spoke
Very
too soon,
nearly
Jackie.
cursed him.
I spoke too soon.
The broadcaster's curse,
The
but
broadcaster's curse.
Wasco's stronger than any curse.
Oh, Griffin dancing on the ball. He said he leaves it for Francesco. Francesco's on the run. He's being chased down by number 10, but 10 can't get there.
Oh, he's just
Carl
running
Simmons.
through them.
Oh, French.
Crowd wanted a foul.
Francesco with the toe ball towards the middle, and it's pandemonium in front of the Shawsheen net, and they wisely clear it. Griffin is going to give the throw over to Elon. Saints Grant. Saints come marching in. Looked like Dominic tried to put a cleat to that kid's chin, but he didn't get there.
Oh, hand gets
Yeah.
called. Yep.
Handball on number 20, Jared Rizzo. Rizzo, a nice-looking player. Shawsheen's got the athletes, that's for sure. They just got to string together some passes, as you said. But I'm telling you right now, Zach, we're almost 10 minutes into the second half. Time is running out on those Shawsheen boys.
And clock keeps on ticking, and as Arlington's taking a free kick and taking their sweet time with it, as Wall backs up a couple of yards again. We are playing on a football field. 10 yards should be pretty.
Oh, Dominic Black. Black. And who was that sent it in? Francesco?
Francesco, yep. Off the free kick.
Yeah, beautiful goal.
That's the insurance goal we were talking about.
There it is. Arlington goal number 20, Dominic Black. From number 11, Francesco Valagusa. So Francesco, I think, has got the hat trick for assists. I think he's got 3 assists tonight and a goal. No, maybe only 2. What do you got, Zach? I know he's assisted on at least 2 of them.
He scored the goal. He's got the assist, obviously, off of that one. See, the other goals, one wasn't Tiago's. I think Tiago's was from Cleary.
Yeah,
not
Tiago's
Francesco.
right, exactly, yeah.
And was Elon's? Was that unassisted, or did someone feed him on that one? I can't remember.
Don't remember.
But Francesco with at least 1 goal and 1 assist that was very nearly a dangerous play there.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see, Zach, whether the boys can top the girls. The girls won 4-0, and now the boys are up 4-0. And this Arlington soccer is in the something in the water for Arlington soccer. Although I tell you, Zach, and you could probably confirm this, it all dates back to the Arlington Soccer Club. Steve Moniak and Henry Brush, these guys have been working their tails off for years to bring up the youth program. And this is what you get when you get 1,500, 1,600 kids participating every season for the Arlington Soccer Club. And you got a philosophy where the kids just develop a love for the game from a very early age.
Yeah.
And here's what you see.
Subs come in for Shawsheen.
Who's this kid?
Looks like it's going to be a center defender.
Is it 11?
11, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's 11.
Story Mishad. Shawsheen substitution number 11, Story Mishad. So Story's in the game. Maybe he can change the story.
Write himself a new story.
Well, the story's been all Arlington's.
Yeah. He's not writing a very good one so far.
Nope.
And nearly a through ball there.
Ian Commons in the house.
Oh, here's dangerous.
Oh.
Wide. As Wasco sends the man tumbling.
Wasco
But
sends them.
then goes to help him up as well. Good job, Wasco.
Yeah. All right, so Arlington up 4-0. There's 30 minutes left.
I mean, Shawsheen's starting to threaten, though. I mean, that's the second shot in a few minutes they've put in on Wasco. No goals to show for it yet, but Arlington has to be careful not to get too cocky here and
Nope,
let
yeah.
Shawsheen back in this game. We've got him pretty firmly sealed away for now, but one goal could change that.
It's a good point, Zachy. It's a good point. Although 4 goals is a nice
Yeah.
cushion when you're at home.
Yeah, 4 goals, up 4 goals is definitely
Less than 30
very
minutes
difficult
left.
to come back from.
There's a hard shot just wide, but he got good mustard on it. Things are quieted down here in Arlington. Capacity crowd.
One lone fan on the far bleachers. They must be cold up.
Oh,
2 more
yeah.
going to join them, but
Oh, yeah. There's a ball in, but Wasco is out to get it. Sticky fingers Wasco. He sends it over to Maxie McCursey. Maxie tries to send it in the middle and does. It's taken by Francesco, who sends it over to the Ghost. The Ghost sends it, tries to send it in, but he's broken up. He gets it back. Cleary shows up into space. He lets it roll over to McCursey. McCursey chips it into Dominic. Dominic takes a beautiful touch to himself.
Ooh,
He's
taken
buried
down.
from behind, and Dominic didn't like it. And it looks like there's going to be a card. Is it a card? No, it's no card.
no, I think just a verbal warning there from the ref.
Yeah, nice aggressive play.
He didn't slide to take him down. If he had slid, that definitely would have been a card, but he basically just grabbed him by the shoulder and kind of ripped him down from behind. So
Right.
verbal warning, but nothing the ref deemed as an overtly dangerous play, which would have been a yellow.
Right.
Although this is prime goal scoring opportunity from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Cleary pokes it in. He's in. Oh, I thought he had it through. Here
Yeah.
comes Story, Michaud. Story with a nice ball. He sends it over there. Here come the. Oh, Adrian said no. Adrian said, yo, Adrian. Yo, Adrian said no. Look at Adrian
Ball's
on the
still
hunt.
in.
Yep, ball still in. Adrian on the hunt. Oh, there's a nice ball in, but it goes to Wasco, and Wasco snares it. What does he see? Maybe he'll take a punt. Wasco using up the clock. We are 15 minutes into the second half. We have not seen any substitutions yet for either team, except for Story.
Oh, good. I don't know if Conley actually got a piece of that one or twisted out of the way to let it go through him and the man that was marking him, but not the result I expected from that ball coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, Francesco trying for the tricky moves now, and it's partially rewarded as it goes out for an Arlington throw.
We got somebody warming up for Arlington over there, Zachy. Can you help me with this is? You told me that Lucas Plotkin is out.
Perry. It's Perry.
No, it's not.
Is
It's
it?
not. It looks like a...
I can't tell. I thought I saw part of a one. Josh Kotovsky's the one that's out, not
Oh,
Lucas.
it's Kotowski. So who's this coming in here? Maybe the Plotkin will thicken. Lucas Plotkin. We are down with 25 minutes left. Time ticking on the Shawsheen boys.
Maybe Roman? I can't tell. He's
It looks like it could be Sean Mahoney, number 8. I don't know. Who is it over there? Whoever it is, he's wanting to come in. He's going in for Will Clifford. It's going to be
no. Is it Will Clifford? I can't tell.
Clifford's coming
Yep,
out.
and I think you're right. I think it is Sean.
It's Sean Mahoney.
Sean Mahoney. Sorry, 2 Seans.
Arlington substitution number 8, Sean Mahoney.
And he immediately takes a shot.
Yeah, Mahoney.
More like shot Mahoney.
Yeah, Mahoney is the older brother of Michelle Mahoney. Michelle Mahoney was outstanding today for the girls, as the girls got their win in the first round of the playoffs. And Michelle, a terrific defender, number 16. Looks like she played the full 80 in the first game today and did a wonderful job on defense. And Sean Mahoney.
There's going to be a foul called on the sideline. I'm just going to treat this as if it was a corner kick, as there's no real possibility to get a shot on goal from this angle.
Right.
Played out nicely by a Shawsheen defender. The crowd is calling for things to get a little bit physical. The crowd's getting riled up here.
Yeah. Yeah, the crowd getting a little bit riled up. The Shawsheen fans getting maybe perhaps a little bit frustrated.
Oh,
And,
Francesco tries to do a... Oh. I thought St. Grant was reaching a hand up to stop him from going over his head, but he realized the ref had called it throw. Was trying to get the ball back as soon as possible.
All right, looks like we're going to have another substitution coming in for Shawsheen. Adrian does a nice stop there. Lloyd plays it into space to Tiago. Tiago, oh, look at that ball from Tiago. He plays it into Mahoney, and look at Mahoney's on the hunt. Mahoney's hungry. Mahoney with a cross ball, and it goes. Oh, what a save! What a save!
My!
Unbelievable. Shawsheen save number 21, Mike Rapuzzi.
They're going to call it an Arlington corner after all of that.
Rapuzzi robbed him.
Shawsheen not out of the woods yet.
Unbelievable.
But 2 incredible saves, one on the header from, I think it was Dominic Black, and then Sean Connolly on the follow-up. 2 incredible plays there from the Shawsheen goalie.
Rapuzzi is the human highlight film. It goes back to Adrian. Adrian sends it back in, but it's cleared away.
What Francesco was trying to do there, what he's been doing all season, he takes that short corner, he brings it along the end line, and what he does is he doesn't necessarily look for a cross, an Arlington body in the middle. He just tries to kick it as hard as he could, looking for ricochet, and he nearly got it there. He nearly got to go off of one of the Shawsheen players and redirect into that as Cleary takes a shot on.
Yeah, well, that play actually started with Mahoney bringing that beautiful cross ball into the middle. He came off the bench, and he's provided a spark.
Definitely breathing some life into what was once a sleepy half.
Yeah.
No longer.
Yeah. And here comes, it looks like Zeus is coming back in. Is this Corrales? Someone's coming up to the sideline. It could be Zeus Corrales. Shawsheen fans getting a little bit more vocal. Although I'll tell you, with Zeus coming in to peck it down, it's going to be tough for them. Eric Harrison in the house. Eric Harrison is in the house.
Father of Miles Harrison?
Yep, father of Miles. Good call. And Simone and Peter.
Played basketball with Miles in the Boys and Girls Club League.
Yeah, Miles, tremendous basketball player. He switched to cross country. Here's a breakaway for Connolly. Connolly's in. Connolly goes in. Oh, and he's broken up and he's buried in the box, and he didn't like the call.
4-0 score. Not going to
No,
get
you're
that
not
one.
going to
Not
get
in the
that one,
box.
Shawnee boy. Shawnee boy didn't like it.
I mean, it was a great touch to get by the defenders, and then he had some problems bringing it out of the air into a place where he could easily get a shot. He had to juggle it off of his thighs.
Well, he's the older brother of JP Connolly. That's a shot. He's the older brother of JP Connolly, an emerging soccer star in Arlington. He's tearing up the, I think it's the U6 of the U8 league.
They're gonna give Arlington a free kick here. I didn't see the infraction, but they're gonna give him a free kick just outside the box.
Ooh, dangerous. And Zeus is ready to come in on the sidelines. Mike Tomasello. Real name Nick Corrales, but we've talked about Zeus, Mike Tomasello.
So Arlington's got 3 men standing directly over the ball, each one uniquely dangerous. Max McCursey, who will just absolutely power it through your wall, and both Francesco and Lloyd are capable of finessing it around it.
There's a fake. Double dipsy doodle. Oh, Cleary. It was a great fake. And here comes Zeus. Nick Corrales coming in for Griffin Block. Arlington substitution number 19, Nick Corrales. Replacing number 7, Griffin Block. So Griffin McGriff, the crime dog, he sits down. And he is replaced by Zeus. Zeus playing an upper midfield position. Interesting. Maybe they're trying to get Zeusy a goal.
I think he's got a couple in the season, right? I think he's got at least one.
He had a beautiful one preseason. There's a ball deep into Wasco. Wasco picks it up nicely. No problem there. He's got a little bit of time. We're down under 20 minutes. It looks like Dolan's going to be coming back in to throw down some lumber. Here comes Dolan.
I think he's probably going to take out Connolly if they do what they did in the first half again.
Yeah, it looks like who's coming out? Did someone come out? Looks like Connolly did come out. Or maybe they got too many men on the ice. No, you're right. Connolly came up. Arlington substitution number 14, Declan Dolan. So Dolan comes in. I know you're a Dolan fan, Zachy. He is a physical player. And he had a nice goal in Winchester, the game winner, the other day, in the second to last regular season game, or maybe the third to last game. And ever since then, he's been a spark plug. There's another nice ball in by Mahoney. Mahoney has been a spark plug over there on the right midfield position.
Oh, Alon with the step.
But he's up. Oh, and he plays it back. And here comes St. Grant, maybe looking for his next moment. He plays it over to Zeus.
Ooh.
And Zeus fanned on the shot. But he was in a perfect position. Great run by Nick Corrales. And next time, he'll have that one in the net for sure.
You can see St. Grant sporting a pretty hefty brace on that right knee. Did go down kind of awkwardly, making that challenge off the step up, but he got right back up and started running, so I'm assuming no harm will come of it.
Yeah.
As
someone's warming up over there we're getting ready to come in on the far side over there. I don't know who that is, but. Oh, Cleary didn't like that
and
call.
There's no time to be pointing fingers. Francesco and Cleary each thought they had the best opportunity for it, and as they were trying to figure out who was really to blame, the ball went right by them going the other way.
Yeah. It looks like number 13, the Roman Candle, Roman McGuire, is going to be coming in, Zachy. We may be approaching Roman times, and that's always exciting when you get the Roman Candle in the game. And it looks like he is warming up. Arlington up 4-0. We've got 17 minutes left. Arlington boys still threatening. There's a ball square to Elon. Elon is just fantastic.
Oh!
And they call him on the handball, and Elon didn't like it. Elon did not like it.
I would argue that's so in soccer, the handball call is only applicable if your hand is outside the immediate line of your body, meaning that if you put your hand over your chest or to cover your face, since it would have hit you in that spot anyway, it's considered protecting your body and is not considered a handball. And I thought Alon's hand was well within the confines of his torso, which should not be a handball by definition, but
Zachy,
refs saw it differently.
Yeah, no, Zachy, I agree with you. Francesco with
a casual step over.
Yeah, nice step over. And he is just, Francesco can penetrate. And here comes the Roman Candle, Zachy. We are in Roman times. And this should be interesting, Zachy, as the Pierce Field about to be transformed into a Roman villa. It's a corner kick. Mahoney has been outstanding. He's given some big minutes. He's the son of the famous Max Mahoney and the illustrious Lisa Mahoney. And we already mentioned Michelle Mahoney. There's a couple other Mahonies in the house. In that clan.
Roman takes out Alon St. Grant.
St. Grant comes out.
Back.
Arlington substitution number 13, Roman McGuire. So Roman McGuire, Jerry McGuire, show me the money. He's back in the game.
There's 3 Shawsheen players running in a flying V, trying to get to that ball before Adrian can scamper back there.
They were in a
good ball.
They were in a V formation, Zachy. I saw you pick that up. The Shawsheen defenders got back in a V formation, and Zachy, those Canadian geese, how they fly in that V formation. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll tell you, Zachy. I'll give you a question. So you might not know this, but you ever notice when those Canadian geese, when they fly in the V formation, there's always one side a little longer than the other. Do you know why that is?
Does that have something to do with the wind and the aerodynamics?
No, Zachy. It's because there's more geese on that side.
Here I am trying to get too technical. I missed the obvious answer.
That's right. Well, you learn something new every night, Zachy. Remember that now.
This is baseball.
A shot from Francesco, but he shot it wide.
0 for 3 on the trivia for tonight. Strike me out, put a K up on the Green Monster.
Zachy, you have been cold tonight. You are cold product.
Just like the weather.
All right, well, here it looks like the plot is going to be thickening here in Arlington tonight as Lucas Plotkin is warming up on the sidelines. And when Plotkin comes in, the fans go wild, Zachy. They go wild, and it looks like it could be happening tonight. So Shawsheen is going to its bench. We can't pick up the numbers. There's a shot. And a goal by Lloyd Cleary. Cleary's first goal in Arlington history. It might be his first goal in Arlington history as Lloyd Cleary finally gets a goal off a header.
Picked up off the ground by Declan Dolan. The entire team so excited.
Who sent it in? Was it off a corner?
It was off a corner.
Who hit the corner?
I'm going to assume Francesco. Usually Cleary's the one that takes those corners, which is why he never gets the opportunity to score off of them. I'm going to assume it's Francesco.
Arlington goal number 4, Lloyd Cleary. It's about time, Lloyd. Assisted by number 11, Francesco. No? Assisted by number 14, Declan Dolan.
So that's great to see for Lloyd Cleary. As you mentioned, he is not really one of the main offensive. I mean, he's an offensive weapon for this team, but not a goal-scoring threat. But he does so much for them defensively. It's great to see him get a goal here.
Zachy, don't get me started on Lloyd Cleary. Lloyd Cleary has been, the glue of this team. He's the center midfielder. He is clairvoyant. I mean, he's got this ability to know where the ball's going 10 minutes before it goes there. He has been outstanding all season long, a senior captain. His soccer career, let me tell you right now, Zachy, he's just getting started. And there's a shot. Oh, Zeus almost with a goal as Corrales made a nice run off Valagusa. And we've got a 5-0 score here, and we've got a thundering herd coming into the game for Arlington as substitutions. We need a wholesale. I'm going to need some help on this. Maxey sends it over, and it goes out.
You mentioned Plotkin, so I'm pretty sure he's at the line.
It's going to be Arlington substitutions are coming in mass, but they're not calling it for some reason.
Let's throw in here. Oh, headed up beautifully by McCursey. But as we mentioned, that Cleary's goal was off a corner, and it has hit the subs have been for
Help me with
Arlington.
the subs now. Come on, here we go, Zach.
All right, I see Noah Aarons coming into the game. I think that's actually, I'm pretty sure it's Noah Aarons.
Aarons.
I see Kohlberg. I see Gabe Martinez.
And
Lucas Plotkin is the last one, as we mentioned.
So just 4?
Yep, just 4.
Wait a minute, there's Aarons, Kohlberg,
Martinez, number 17, and Plotkin over on the far side, number 2.
Arlington substitutions, number 2, Lucas Plotkin. Number 17, Gabe Martinez. Number 18, Noah Aarons. And number 22, Ben Kohlberg. So Kohlberg is a child.
Martinez.
Kohlberg, a child near and dear to my heart. And it looks like Patel Massini is also going to be coming back in the game. So Dolan's Eagles are now all getting some minutes here, at least the ones who have been up with the big club all season long. Patel Massini is coming back in, and Dolan is obviously.
Martinez is going to get a verbal warning from the ref here. If he does it again, it's probably going to be a yellow.
What did he do?
He gave the forearm shiver to a Shawsheen player as they were fighting for a ball, and it was just not concealed in any way at all. It was definitely out there for the refs to see. And when you're up 5-0, there's no need to start anything.
Yeah, that's true. Jackie, I saw your little brother in the house tonight. What's his name?
Ben.
Ben, that's right. I saw Benny.
He's got a flag football. Oh, is that somehow avoids every single player in the box.
The Shawsheen boys are not giving up. There's a nice cross ball. It's headed out. And
3 headers in a row from Arlington.
And Shawsheen's now hungry.
Yeah, they want to at least make it respectable. Put 1 on the board. Don't get shut out.
Roman Candle doesn't want it to happen, though.
No.
There's Cleary, and Cleary wins the first ball, a header. Plays it over to Plotkin. Plotkin on the hunt. Lucas Plotkin, number 22. He's been outstanding all season long. Plotkin on the hunt, and he wins the Arlington throw-in.
3 more subs to the line here.
And here comes some more subs.
Talmasini into 3.
Who is it?
They've got one coming on the defensive end, and Charlie Sanders, I think, coming in.
Yeah,
15.
Sanders. Who else? Sanders, Patel Massini.
And I lost track of where the other one went.
Sanders.
Is it number? No, Kohlberg came in last
Patel
time.
Massini. Sanders, Patel Massini. Arlington substitutions, number 21, Nirvan Patel Massini. Number 15, Charlie Sanders. That's it, right?
I can't. Oh no, they switched Noah Aarons and Ro McGuire to the far side of the field.
Oh, big save. Nice save.
That's all that. There's no other.
Shawsheen save, number 21, Mike Rapucci. Rapucci has made some nice saves tonight. He's been a nice player. Aaron's with the handball, but it went out off him anyway. And so here comes some substitutions for the... What? I announced it. Yeah.
So the mysterious third sub that I thought I saw was actually just Ro McGuire and Noah Aarons switching sides of the field.
Right. We
I
got
believe Noah Aarons is a natural lefty and Ro McGuire is a natural righty, so it makes sense for them to play on the left and right, respectively.
Right. Right. Dolan in a fight. The Shawsheen boys are on the hunt.
Oh, but Aaron's showing the speed.
Aarons has got the speed. Noah Aarons, the son of the chippy Danny Aarons, and also Sarah Scully, very famous futsal player. And, of course, the younger brother. What's his older brother's name? Noah's older brother, you don't know? Also a great soccer player.
So the keeper is almost all the way up to midfield here for the Shawsheen players. This is all in for them. And that's not the cross you want. You want to at least give someone the chance to get ahead on it. Kicking it out of bounds isn't doing any good for anybody.
No, you're absolutely right, Zachy. They've got to put together, if they're going to get on the board, they're going to have to put together a little string in the top third and get a shot right on the net, especially to beat Sticky Fingers Wasco. He's had the sticky fingers tonight. Here's a new goalie. Who's this, Zachy? Help me out. Is it Nikitas or is it Fox Jerkowitz?
I think it's Fox Jerkowitz, but I'm just judging off the jersey they wear. I think Nikitas has a. Actually, I can't tell. Now I'm doubting myself.
We need to get that name. Zachy, is there any way we can find out who the goalie is out there? Who the new goalie is?
I can't quite catch his number.
All right. Well, then you're in charge of the play-by-play for a moment. It's either Nikitas
or Fox Jerkowitz.
Or Fox Jerkowitz, but
Charlie
I don't
Sanders takes a nice chest ball and plays it into. Looks like Ro McGuire on the far side, looking for Sanders. Oh, good save there by the Mike Rapucci, the Shawsheen goalie. And ball now challenged by Gabe Martinez in the midfield. Gets it away from trouble. Now Lucas Plotkin. And the ball will roll out of bounds for Arlington throw-in, looking for a ball down the line, and was not able to find anyone home. Actually, no, it'll be a Arlington defender must have got a piece of that. It'll be a Shawsheen throw-in as throw-in is taken in. Battle in the corner. Let's see who comes out with it.
Arlington substitution in goal, Nikitas.
Oh, and nearly testing Nikitas there as.
And here we've got another
ball bangs off the wheel.
Got another substitution coming in. This is it Sofa Chef?
Is it Michael Brandt, maybe?
No, it's Sofa Chef.
Sofa Chef, okay.
Yeah. Arlington substitution number 1, Terry Sophus Chef. So Sofa Chef back in the game.
We'll see if they put in any of the players they pulled up from JV. We'll see if we see Luke Ryan or Dennis Rosner, Michael Britt, or
Well, the fans would erupt if Denny Roz went to the line. I'll tell you that right now. Rosner, one of the top dodgeball players in Massachusetts, and has been for years. Younger brother of Harry Rosner. And, of course, the sister of the famous I forget her name.
One more sub does come to the line here for Arlington. Once again, I cannot make out the numbers.
Yeah.
They're far away. Oh.
Oh! Sofa Sheft was hungry there. And here comes a substitution. Who's this coming in? It looks like...
I think Tiago back into the game to take out Adrian Black.
Yeah, Adrian gets a break and Tiago comes back in. Tiago had that nice first goal of the game tonight. And that set the stage.
I don't think there's a starter left in the game for Arlington. I think this is entirely bench players now, as they've taken out McCarcy and Adrian Black in the back, being replaced by Declan Dolan and Tiago Gomes, and Perry Sofa-Chef just came in and took out Lloyd Cleary.
Well, it's a deep bench. Kohlberg with a header, but it goes out of bounds. He's been frisky. And the Shawsheen season is winding down. Martinez makes a nice play. Taken away. Sofa Chef on the hunt. And look at Sanders. Sanders has got some wheels, number 15. Dolan on the run. Played nicely by Nikitas. Nikitas sends it into Aarons. Aarons over to Sofa Chef. Sofa Chef has got Patel Massini on the run. He sends it into Charlie Sanders. Sanders has got some wheels. Oh, beautiful slide tackle. Nice defensive play. Who's that, Zach?
Number 9.
Was it number 9? Oh, my goodness.
Sam Chabuk.
Sam Chabuk, the senior captain. Chabuk. And here comes a souvenir.
Well done.
Souvenir.
Oh, no, we need the money. We need the soccer balls.
So a big day for Arlington soccer as both teams likely to advance. We're down almost into stoppage time. The boys with a 5-0 lead. The girls advanced this afternoon with a 4-0 decisive win. 2 goals by Abigail Ewan, 1 by Natalie Fayola, and 1 by Alyssa Palillo. And the girls won 4-0. And here come the boys. Kohlberg plays it beautifully.
Oh, right on the foot of
Tried to get it over to Aarons, but he hit him in the bad place. And the Arlington boys are running tonight. They want the shutout. And Aarons is blasted from behind, but he can't come away with it.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness, number 24.
He pulled a...
Yanni Flaunis.
He was loosey, pulling the football out of the way of Charlie Brown on that one.
We're down into stoppage time, Zachy. And Peter Harrison in the house. Peter Harrison in the house. There's Peter. And so the Arlington Spy Ponders, it's a banner day here in Arlington at Pierce Field. Back-to-back wins for the boys and the girls. And Zachy, it has been really a wonderful evening tonight. I'm Ken Kohlberg, your sports broadcaster, here with Zach Garrigus.
Corner kick is a bit of a misplay in the back there. And
on behalf of Arlington Community Media, Inc., it's been a wonderful evening. We're wrapping up now on behalf of our cameraman tonight, Max DeLuca, our producer, Alex Van Thong, our color commentator, Zach Garrigus. I'm Ken Kohlberg. It has been a wonderful evening. Maybe we'll have, who knows, Zach, we might have another home game.
Yeah.
The girls won't, but the boys may.
The boys might. Well,
what's the scenario? Do you know anything?
So if the back of the napkin bracket I drew up at dinner holds true, I believe that Arlington plays the winner of the 3 seed versus the 13 seed.
Oh yeah, okay. No, we already have that done. So the boys are going to play regardless at Charlestown on Tuesday.
So I think that 3 seed versus 13 seed game has already been played. The 3 seed won. That would be Charlestown.
All right.
So they will be at Charlestown.
All right. Good.
So that means that sadly we will not be there as.
That'll be the end of the season for ACMi for the soccer, but we will be on board for basketball.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is the horn. It's a 5-0 win for the Arlington Spy Ponders. and it has been a wonderful evening here in Arlington. Ladies and gentlemen, we congratulate the Shawsheen Tech Rams on a wonderful season, and we congratulate the Arlington Spy Ponders on the victory tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spy Ponders will travel to Charlestown to play Charlestown this Tuesday, November 7th. The time is still to be determined, but please come out and support the Arlington Spy Ponders as they advance to the next round of the Division II playoffs this Tuesday evening against Charlestown. The girls will be playing on Monday in the Hornets' Nest at Masconomet. So, from Arlington, congratulations. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign off here from Arlington. Zach, it's been a wonderful season. We're very grateful for Arlington Community Media, Inc. for covering the Spy Ponders this year. Kevin Wetmore and Alex Van Thong, our producers and our youth coordinators. Abreu wasn't here tonight, but he was here in spirit. Carlos Abreu, the famous cameraman. And Zachy, I'm going to sign off. It's been a pleasure working with you this season.
Looking forward to next season too. Hopefully I'll be back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We are signing off from Arlington, Piercefield and Arlington. Thank you. Ken Kohlberg, Arlington Community Media, Inc. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Going live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. I'm Zach Garrigus, the color commentator for Arlington High School Boys Varsity Soccer. Today I'm joined by the senior captains, Max McCursey, Adrian Black, and Lloyd Cleary. First thing I want to say is congratulations on your 5-0 win over Shawsheen Tech.
Thank you very much.
It was quite the game to watch and to call. There was Lloyd, you got a goal. That was
finally.
Yeah,
finally got it.
It was a great header, and you two were strong in the back as always. They didn't score a goal. So all three of you are extremely strong players. Do any of you have plans to play in college? Are you being recruited at all? Can you tell us about that?
So as of now, I'm focusing on a few Division III schools. I've sort of put Division I into a side. Those schools are Emerson, and I'm still waiting to hear back from schools like Bates and Dickinson and Colby and a few more that are sort of like lingering in there. So my plans are to basically just apply to all these schools that I'm interested in academically and for soccer. And then really go from there. If I don't get into like a school I really want to go to, I have like other options as well. Max has been talking to me about taking a PG year, which I've also like kept in the loop. So as of now, I'm just trying to keep my options as open as possible.
That's smart.
So yeah, that's about it.
What about you two? Do you have any plans?
Similar to Lloyd, like I'm looking at a couple of D3 schools like St. Joseph's College of Maine, Roger Williams, and maybe Salem State. So hopefully I could play at one of those schools, and if not, then maybe club or something. And like
because most colleges I think have club teams or intramural and
So I'm actually not looking at any colleges for next year because I'm going to be reclassifying and doing a postgraduate year at either Northfield, Mount Herman, Exeter, or Berkshire Academy. And that's mostly for soccer. The schools I'm looking at, because a lot of the schools I'm looking at for college said that they would be much, much more interested in me if I did a postgraduate year. Also, my brother did a postgraduate year, and my mom did one, and my dad did one. So it's run to the family. But the schools I'm looking at are UNH, Bryant, UMass Amherst, and then UConn and maybe UVM.
Awesome. Well, that's great for all of you. Sounds like you're looking at staying mostly local. So maybe if we could I could go out and catch a game in the future if you guys do wind up playing there. But so you guys, as I mentioned, had a 5-0 victory over Shawsheen Tech. You guys were the 6th seed, they were 11 seed. So an expected victory, but maybe not by that margin. What were your guys' thoughts going into the game?
So basically, we want to take like any tournament game with the same level of intensity as really any top team in the Middlesex, like Lexington, Winchester, Belmont. And we definitely did that. We came out on fire. We were possessing quite a bit around in their half, just trying to like fizz through that pass that could lead to a goal. And, in the first half, we definitely, dominated. It was, I forget the score at half. It was like 2 or 3-0. So it all comes into like the warm-ups, the preparation, like the day before the game, mentally preparing. And I thought we did that very well, and that's what we're planning on doing again against Charlestown tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we definitely did not take them lightly. Like, we didn't, their record and their games that they played against not too strong teams didn't really matter to us. We treated them like we would Lexington or anything else, and we came out fast. And I think that we moved the ball, honestly, one of the best that we did like in the beginning of the season, and it worked out for us like 5-0. That's a big margin, and it just flowed really well, honestly, to me. Like it just gave us those flashbacks that we were talking about earlier, and yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah, I think they covered it. I think it was just a great game.
Lloyd, during this game, you scored a goal. Was that the first of the season for you?
Yeah, it's actually the first time in 3 years for high school I've scored. Yeah, I've had my chances. I think I've had about like 5 shots on target in those 3 years. It's not a very good shooting percentage there, but yeah, it was great to like finally score a goal, especially heading, because I love my heading. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was a pretty cool moment. Although we were up 4-0.
Did you have a celebration in mind? You've been when I score a goal, this is what I'm gonna do.
Well, I was actually thinking about that before the game, believe it or not. And this weird celebration that's always stuck in my head is when, Messi, when he scored against Real, took off his shirt and just showed everyone in the crowd. I was thinking of doing that if it was like a really like tight game and I scored an OT, which I obviously did not do. But maybe future that might come around.
So a couple of the other goals were scored by either juniors or sophomores. How do you guys feel that the depth in this team has been so far through the year?
I think it's been like very, very good. Declan Dolan, he did not play at all this year until Winchester, which was our second to last game of the season. And he came in, played half the game, got all of a sudden this like huge role, and he went in and scored a goal in our 1-0 win in a huge game. And that just shows that we prepare and we compete during practice, and it leads to being able to trust players like that to come off the bench at any given time without any warning and be able to produce in the game. So that's definitely been huge for us. And I think our depth this year is one reason why we've been able to win the league and hopefully make a run in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so making a run in the tournament, your next opponent is Charlestown. That's tomorrow. I do appreciate you guys taking a bit of time out of your practice day to come talk to me. What are your thoughts going into that game?
Well, I've actually they played Malden Catholic last game, and one of my former club teammates was on Malden Catholic, and I talked to them. And what it sounds like is they're pretty similar to Shawsheen play style-wise. They kind of look to they have one fast center mid who looks to find a center back who has a very strong kick, who will look to play it over the top. And they have a big, like 6'2", 200-pound striker who's very physical, who's going to look to try and get in between me and Aid and try and find the space. So we're kind of preparing to play a team that kind of is going to play kick and run in that sense. So me and Aid will definitely have to be on our toes, but I think as long as we just play our game and make them adjust to us, I think we're in a really good position to win the game.
Mm-hmm. And we've played a lot of teams with like physical center forwards and like quick midfielders, and like a lot of times we've been able to contain it through our depth at the defensive line, and even our goalkeeper Ben Wasco. And we've let up very few goals this year thanks to that. And hopefully Charlestown's going to be no different. We know it's a tournament game, but we just want to keep those clean sheets flying.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in to speak to me today, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. We're here at Studio B, and you're watching ACMi. My name is Alec Delphinick.
Welcome back. I'm Zach Garrigus, the color commentator for AHS Boys Soccer. I'm joined by Coach Lanciazio in his 20th year. So, Coach, first of all, congratulations on the 5-0 victory over Shawsheen. That was certainly a good one. What were your thoughts going into that game?
Well, first, thanks for having me, Zach. Yeah, the thoughts were coming in. We had actually faced Shawsheen 2 seasons ago in the tournament at their home field. And what did I remember from that game? It was 0-0 at halftime, so we knew it was going to be a tough opponent. Obviously, anybody that makes the tournament, has earned their way there. They pretty much did what I thought they were going to do from the last time we played them. They stepped to the ball pretty hard, and they seemed to be more of a counter attacking type of style of play. They had those 2 fast kids up top, which we kind of anticipated. So I was really kind of pleased about how the team overall in that particular game on Saturday moved the ball around the field, and I think that actually helped neutralize their counterattack because they were doing more chasing of us. I think if we tried to force it down the middle, we would have played more into their hands. But I think at one point they had about 6 guys in that back on top of the box.
Yeah, that was definitely something I noticed. They were just dropping their defense back and compacting it in.
Absolutely, and I thought that the boys, overall, the team did a great job of just trying to swing the ball as quickly as possible. And then when we did play it through, they were dropping it off, and I think the first couple of goals were shots from outside the box from either back passes or quick switches in the middle of the field.
It meant off the first couple of goals, the first one was scored by Tiago, the second one by Alon.
Right.
You're starting Francesco Valagusa, Sean Connolly, sorry.
Yeah.
Those are all juniors, and Sean Connolly's a sophomore.
Right.
How does this depth and the ability to just not start an entire roster of seniors help your team and play into the tournament?
I think overall, these new players that were on varsity have stepped up the entire year. In fact, we lost a lot of key seniors last year, and I think anytime that happens and you go into a season, I expected we'd be competitive, but you never really know how someone's going to respond or step up. And I thought overall, all the players this year had done a great job of kind of stepping up. Understanding their roles and taking advantage of the opportunities when they got their minutes. So I think going forward for next year, a lot of these, sophomore players and even the juniors are going to have this valuable experience, not only of the season, but also what it's like to be in the tournament and what it takes to get to the tournament. So going forward, I think that experience is going to be, very strong for the players next year.
Yeah.
And I think all the sophomores, we've had a lot of them stepped up this year, and even some of the juniors that made the team for this year, stepped up as well. That was good to see.
Yeah, so your game on Saturday, you were the 6th seed in the tournament, playing against Shawsheen, who was the 11th seed. Your next game tomorrow is against, I believe, the number 3 seed Charleston team.
Right.
So on paper, it should be a harder game. What are your plans going into it?
I think we're going to approach it the same way that we approach Shawsheen. I mean, from what we know, Coach Dene went and watched the Malden Catholic Charlestown game. And it's kind of, I think, a little bit of similar style where they have some speed up top. And my guess is, and we're anticipating that it may be a little bit more counterattack. But what we've done all season and try is just have teams adjust to us. And I think sometimes it's like, okay, we're going to play our game, take what the other team gives us, and let them adjust to us and try not to play into too much the other team's strengths. So, sure, I mean, again, being a number 3 seed, they obviously earned it. It's at their home field. Those are all challenges for us. But I think if we can kind of stick to what we're doing, we should compete pretty well in the game.
You mentioned they have a pretty good attack, but you have a pretty good defense. Ben Wasco, the senior goalie, has been outstanding all year, and all 3 of your captains are either center backs or defending midfielders. So how do you feel that that's played into your overall defensive strategy and your ability to neutralize opponents' attacks this year?
They've been great, to say the least. I mean, the fact that we only gave up 5 goals in the Middlesex League says a lot about the play defensively of the team, and 9 goals overall. and we never gave up more than 2 goals in a game this year. So yeah, I think, you know, across the board, I think there's been a focus on defensively utilizing, you know, all our talent to kind of put pressure on the ball. Even if you notice the forwards like Sean Conley, Declan Dolan that was up.
Perry does it as well.
Perry on the outside.
Like a mad dog after the ball.
Yeah, Will Clifford, Griff, they all kind of pressure the ball, and that's kind of where it starts. And sometimes what happens is they're pressuring the ball, and then if you notice, everybody else kind of just hangs back a little bit, and we've been able to kind of, you know, pick off some passes. Maybe it's disrupted a little by the pressure, and you know, then we've been able to kind of win the ball, possess it, and then go on our attack. But I can't say enough about how, you know, Max and Adrian have played in the middle, and Dom is absolutely tremendous in the air in terms of winning head balls. Lloyd literally covers the entire field. He can go up, back, across. He's very disruptive. And the other thing we do, and although they have played great defensively, I think our outside backs have put that offensive pressure on teams when they make those runs up, which in a sense, even though it's kind of an offensive push, it helps us defensively because we're taking players back into their defensive end by them making the runs. And then when players come off the bench, like Roman McGuire has come off the bench, either in a defensive mid or an outside back, he's done extremely well in terms of you know, keeping that consistency. And if you even noticed in the game Saturday, you know, we won 5-0, but all the players that came in off the bench, they maintained that 0 on the board.
Yeah, I believe by the end of the game, you didn't have a starter left in the game.
Right, and so that says a lot. And I think, you know, obviously everybody wants to play as much as they can, but those players, all the role players this year, and I could name the entire team, have worked very hard in practice, and they come into the game and they're prepared.
Yeah,
and I also
it definitely shows.
Yeah, and I also thought that it was great, and I think it was fitting that being the seniors' last home game, that they all, you know, got in and they played well. You know, Gabe Martinez, Sean Mahoney, Nick Nikitas, those guys. You know, Emmett Foster. I mean, Emmett has had a, you know, he's, you know, a strong, tough player coming off the bench. But all the seniors, you know, that even the ones that haven't started or played as many minutes this year just came in and they did a great job on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, Coach. I wish you best of luck tomorrow's game, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be a fun one. Hopefully we can keep it going.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.